Hey friends, thanks for clicking on this video and joining in on what's going to be a what I would like to qualify it as is a challenge. Just came back from the Luz, New Mexico with that muzzleloader shoot, and unfortunately the wind was too much, so I only recorded just how the range was set up, and I may put that in this video so that you can have an idea how it was set up and what Williams ball drop looked like. And in FYI, I won it. I made my 2 shots in the time allotted for the ball drop, so that was good. One of them was with a pistol. What was that, Jonathan?
But missed the gong.
Shut up! That's because I had my glasses and my my safety glasses on top of them, so it was really blurred. You know, you guys know.
Excuses.
Really blurred. But anyhow, William was kind enough to send home with me some of his toilet paper, gunpowder that he had planned on repucking and regrinding at a later date. So I got some, and I'm going to repuck it, and I'm going to do my normal grind, 2, 3F, 4F fines. But William's recipe is 7713 10.4, and I'm going to stick with my normal recipe of 76 15 11 and just do a comparison and see how these will compare right here. So stay tuned for that. Okay, the charcoal on the left is 15 grams of Century Plant, and the charcoal on the right is 7.5 grams of toilet paper. And because I don't have quite 15 grams to work with, I'm going to make a half a batch and then compare it with what William sent with me. And I am repucking it and grinding it to my normal grind, but the difference is going to be 7713 10.4 versus my 76 15 11. So stay tuned for the results. So while I work to get set up here, it'll probably be pretty close to 11 o'clock in the morning, and just in case somebody has skipped to this point, I'm testing my friend Williams toilet paper charcoal. Been milled 32.5 hours, 7713 10.5. I've taken what he gave me, re-ground it up so that I have my normal good blend of 2, 3F with 4F fines in it, but mostly it is 3F. And I've milled the charcoal that he gave me to 35.5 hours. It's my 76 15 11, and I have just enough to take, I think, 7 shots, so I'm hoping that it'll record 5 shots. But what I'm going to do is to get 5 dirty shots of each gunpowder. And yes, it's a little bit breezy this morning, so from time to time the breeze will kick up. So I'm going to take 1 fouling shot with the toilet paper gunpowder that I got from William, just simply because I know I have enough of that. So I'm going to finish getting set up and do the fouling shot. I'll record that just so that we have it for posterity reasons. And if this gunpowder starts getting a little too dirty, then I'll go ahead and clean the barrel. And every shot will be weighed on my digital scale. I've already double checked the calculation. 80 grains is 80 grains. So that's what I'm going to do. And if you can glean something from this, I hope to give it a thumbs up and share it with your bestest of buds. So what is that, 1696? A little slow for 80 grains, and I can see the target not even in the bullseye, shot low. Real quick, patch is shredded. All right, get your shot number 2. Okay, the breeze is starting to pick up. This is 80 grains settled, so I'm going to be using this just simply because the air is hitting the inside of my my pan, and I'm not getting a constant 80 grain by weight. But I will tell you, this was the second shot and it loaded hard. $18.91. That's going to be a hell of a spread. Couldn't find that patch. This is shot number 3. I loaded it with my ramrod and it loaded a whole lot easier. So I don't know what it is with that second shot. All right, get another number. 1868. I think I saw where that patch went. Well, I found patch number 2, patch number 3. This one's still damp, and I would dare say patch number 3 is just a little bit dirtier than patch number 2, but all in all, it's pretty clean. All right, get another shot. 1850. Little shredded, but clean. 1904. Patch is a little shredded, but it's clean. So before I clean up the lock to compare smoky residues, I just wanted to give you guys another look-see. Judge for yourselves. So I just realized that was only 5 shots. So what I did is I brushed the barrel and I ran a damp rag cleaning patch down the barrel to kind of clean it out. So I will take the 5 shots and I'll see what it looks like at the end to make everything fair for, you know, you guys that just love this stuff. What is that, 1890? Not bad. Found that patch. About par for everything else that I've made. Milled with lead. $19.26. $18.92. I pulled that one and I kind of suspected I did because I was looking to see where the patches were landing, but they're shredding and they're getting real black. Personally, I don't think that that's because of the 76-15-11. I think it's because it's a charcoal source. You're not shooting a true charcoal source, you're shooting a pulp. That's what you're actually shooting, but the numbers are pretty good, so I get no complaints there. $18.95. So at this point, it's the last shot. You can see it's getting very, very tough at that point. So I would say it's a little on the dirty side overall. Found that patch. It's a little on the dirty side, and that's probably why it was hard to load. Okay, I owe you one more shot with the 7713 10.4. I'm going to keep the same target up because I've been numbering the shots on this target, so I'll know where this one lands. 1866. Well, I'm glad to be out of the wind. And when I go back and edit this, I'm probably going to find, boy, that was really annoying. Which you guys have probably already determined that. But thank you for sticking around. And let me go through the numbers here. The gunpowder that was formulated with the 7713 10.4, which was Williams mix. All I did was just regrind it to my 2,3F with some 4F fines in it, including that first shot. And I'm going to make a point with that, just so bear with me, please. That first shot was 1696. Okay, so with the 6-shot average, the average was 1845 with a spread of 208. Okay, like I said, I'm going to be making a point with that. Throwing out that first shot and everything going down a dirty barrel, the 5-shot average was 1875 with a spread of 54. So that's a little more like it, honestly. That's a little more like it. Okay, now with his charcoal, because he gave me what he had already charred up, so this is how he chars his charcoal. 76, 15, 11. 5-shot average, 1911 with a spread of 64. So that's a difference of 36 feet between the 7713 10.4 and the 7615 11. Now that's the third time that I've outshot the formula 7713. That's the third time. The first time was way back then, way back when, and Jake said that I had a confirmation bias. Well, here's the second time I outshot 7713. When I went down and shot with those guys in La Luz, William let me have some of his almond shell gunpowder that he milled for 33 hours with brass as the media. Okay? And I have a 5-shot average, but the first shot going down a clean barrel with 7713 was 1665. So it's not that much difference than what I just recorded here, going down a clean barrel with that first shot at 7713. It's not that much difference. But just to recall, my 5-shot average down there in La Luz with 7713 10.4 with almond shell as the charcoal source was 1710. That was the 5-shot average with a spread of 89. So William gave me some of the almond shells. I did a video showing you guys everything. I charred it the way I normally chart it, milled it with lead for my, I think I went 33 hours on this because I wanted to match what William had done. But again, milled with lead, 76, 15, 11, 5-shot average was 1740 with a spread of 34. So again, we're right at that 30-foot FPS, better with 76, 15, 11. Okay, and this was the point that I had made in a video prior. Why would you short yourself those extra 2 grams if it means 30 more feet per second? Now, let me be sarcastic. Whip your dick out and see who's got a bigger dick. See? I know what's going to happen at this point. I'm going to get a lot of thumbs down because there's a lot of guys that really like that 7713 formula. But this is the third time that I've outshot it. Okay? This is the third time, and as far as I'm concerned, third time's the charm. Third time is the charm. So I have in front of me what I did the first time. I milled it 771311 with basswood, and the average I got, or the shot I got, was 1540 feet. And if I remember right, this was going down my Great Plains. I'd have to go back and watch the video, but the point that I'm making is that I milled the basswood and used the formula 75, 15, 11, and I shot a 1548. But at that time, I was using a true 15 grams, not the 7611, 7615 that I'm using now. And once again, you can go back on this channel and you can understand why I do that. Okay, so there's no confirmation bias here. These are my numbers. And if you throw out that first time that I shot it, well, this is the second time that I've outshot 771310. It's just that simple. Okay, now take a look at the targets. Let's do the 771310.4, and you can see what I shot. Shot number 1, I said, went low. The other 4 aren't all that bad. That would take game, obviously. And I got 2 that are cutting each other. Now, the 761511, and I thought I had pulled shot number 3, and you can see that down here, but here's the rest of the group, including shot number 6 with the 7713 that actually cut the hole right here, and pretty damn tight too, I must add. So those are the targets. I produce better gunpowder with a blend, and in fact you can go back in this channel and watch everything I've done, and you could see which ones really performed well. And I have a batch milling right now which is mesquite, and I'll be presenting that video when everything is concluded. So I hope you'll consider giving this one a thumbs up, even if you don't like my results, and share it with your bestest of buds. We'll catch you next video. Hold up. When I clean my black powder rifles, and I know they're going to set for a while, I usually clean them with 3 parts. 1 part Murphy's oil soap, rubbing alcohol, and peroxide, and it usually does a good job. After about 4 or 5 patches, the patch is starting to come out clean. Okay, I'm having to boil some water right now to clean this barrel again. Okay, let me show you some of the patches after I've scrubbed it with a brush and trying to clean the barrel. That's not even close to the color of what I normally get with regular black powder. And myself, I'm kind of, I'll show you the last patch, kind of attributing this to the fact that toilet paper is made and cleaned and dyed with a chemical. So I'm wondering if these colors that are left behind, or this color, is not, you know, the chemical reaction of the chemicals that's in the toilet paper and that heat of burning it and going down a barrel. This is when I decided that I'm going to put boiling water down this barrel, because I don't like the way this is cleaning my gun at all. Not at all. Just something you might be interested in hearing. So I decided to drop a Borlite down the barrel, and I know the camera's not going to pick it up, but looking at it myself, that barrel's still dirty. It doesn't shine like it normally does. I know what to make of it. I ain't going to use toilet paper again, because now I have to clean it twice, and the Borlite's telling me that even after that last patch that I put down the barrel, it's not clean. So again, I'm kind of attributing that to the chemicals that are used in making toilet paper, and I'm sure that some of that residual chemical is left behind in this barrel. Okay, boiling water down the barrel, let it set for about 5-6 minutes, drained it, took my air compressor like I always do and blow everything out to the bottom to the touch hole. This was the first patch. Okay. This was the second patch. This was the third patch. This was the fourth patch. I don't know if I'd ever clean my guns again if I'm shooting toilet paper, which I'm never going to do, but some of you guys just might want to pay attention to it. Instead of using the Murphy's oil soap, alcohol, and peroxide mixture, you might want to just use boiling water, which is what a lot of guys already do anyways. But I'd say that barrel's sufficiently clean and dry now.